What's up, tribe? Thank you for being here and welcome to my channel. This post is titled The Projections and it came right after I Am Mind. So I'd recommend you watch or read that first to better understand what this is about. And as this is a dialogue between Matias and his higher self, I'd be referring to Matias as me and to his higher self as I am. Me. After listening to the mind, in a certain way all doubts are dispelled. It is as if nothing makes sense anymore, because everything makes too much sense. I am. Explain. Me. Well, it is like watching a series. It's about 9 seasons, very complex, in which at first you don't understand anything. Then you fall in love with the story of a character, and he dies. Then you cling to the story of another to understand the plot, and when you have esteem for him, he dies. But there's always a new one, and you discover things that amaze you. And suddenly, for the 3rd season, the writer of the series comes, sits next to you. You ask him a simple question, and he tells you the ending, the denouement, and the intentional idea of the plot. I am. And how does it feel to be made such a spoiler? Me, it's weird. On the one hand, it's liberating. Because now you understand that everything that happened had a purpose. And you understand the logic, so everything that comes from this moment will be easy to assimilate. I already have tools to manage surprises and conflicts. But on the other, it's like there's no emotion, no surprise. As if understanding the mechanism of the story destroyed the magic of it. I am, that is, knowing the truth, or at least part of it, makes you feel a dichotomy in the way you assimilate the reality that surrounds you. It frees you, and at the same time cancels the feeling of being free. Me, exactly. That's the feeling. In a certain way, we are all attracted to movies, books, series, stories, because in some way we identify with the characters. We want to solve problems, and seeing them solve it makes us feel that we have achieved it ourselves. There's a search for resolution. There's a search to be free from conflict, to find calm, the state of peace after the storm. And then, when someone explains to us that neither the storm nor freedom exist, it was all simple imagination and perception, the story stops making sense. I instantly free myself from any type of problem, conflict, sensation, perception. I am so free from all entanglements of existence that suddenly that innate need to resolve conflicts, to seek freedom, is also lost. What is the point of your search now, if you know that you were never trapped except in your beliefs? What's the point of history, living, experiencing? Well, when you know the general map, there's no more adventure. There's no emotion. I am the paradigm of the sage. The universe is a wise mental being who recognizes that all possibilities lie in its imagination. You draw the maps of your mind at all times. You create all the projected realities within you, but you don't know which way to go because you know them all. You must start somewhere to experience what you express, but you do not have the will to walk the path yet because you have nothing in your being to move you. He is a wise man. He knows everything. He understands the map of existence, but he does not know how to jump into the unknown because he knows everything. There's only one way to be free from what you know. Me, forgetting that he knows, I am exactly. And to forget, you have to let go. Let go of the control of the mind that knows everything. Forget comes from the word oblivion, which in turn arises from the Indo-European word ob, to be against, and livis, dark, and liev, vicious, smooth. In a certain way, forgetting simply means slip and fall. It is the first act of clumsiness of the wise man, to fall into oblivion, to slip into the slimy depths of his memory, to err in his daily task of drawing the map of thousands of trails. What do you feel immediately when you slip and fall? Me, an enormous heat which comes from the racing heart that prepares for the fall. I mean the heartbeat. Pum pum, pum pum, pum pum. The origin of the heartbeat is the first era of the universe, the one that generated the most spectacular wonder, creation. And don't get me wrong, error is the verb of the word errant, that is, one who wanders the world without apparent direction. Whoever forgets wanders, dizzy from having lost his access. But thanks to that, he finds himself in the labyrinth of the map he created. But at this time, inside, on one of his paths to which he fell, he can no longer see the whole map from above. So desolate, he has only one possible tool to use to guide himself. Something that marks a starting point and a destination, inside and outside. Me, pum pum, the beat. I am, you call it a hunch, the sensation of perception, a kind of inner compass that guides the being through the resonance of the echo of said heartbeat. The beats of each heart are a pacemaker, indicating the steps to follow for those who are lost. Thus, the heart blindly will guide us in the shadows of the labyrinth, resounding in each beat, guiding itself like a bat, like a dolphin, a whale, by the sonar of its vibration and the echoes in the endless corridors. This awakens the other attribute of the universe. Me, love, I am. Love is the positive energy, the first beat out, and the negative energy, the second beat in. The resonant energy generates an invisible trace of the map, which is not seen with the eyes or analyzed with the brain, but is perceived, felt in the heart. You still don't know how the story ends. It is the heartbeat that will mark your steps. Resonance energy is energy in motion, emotion. The emotion that floods us, that generates us, that surrounds us and arises from us. The eternal ability to create vibration, heat, constant energy from love. Thus, resonance helps us find others who vibrate like us, in the same harmony, helping us to weave the way, guiding us on the map. Me, we fall in love, we feel love for others, as they are reflections of the echo in the labyrinth of existence. I am. Emotion becomes the compass, a guide, and the heart marks the compass of my path. When I meet my other parts along the way, I begin to weave an invisible web to understand the panorama, and the beats get stronger and stronger because more paths, more strings, more sound, and I can hear the melody. Like Adriana's golden tilepiece in the Minotaur's labyrinth, the strings begin to weave their way back and are joined together out of love, what I call resonance. There, the word remember is born. That is, to record the paths, to unite all the parts of my being, to remembrance, to unite the members that make up my being, lost, wandering in the labyrinth, as in English, remember. All this to return to the original beat, the first that originated the echo of my path. Return to the heart. Me, to love, to feel love, to fall in love, to be guided by the heartbeat. To recognize in the heartbeat the resonance of the universe itself. All this is the fundamental key to remembering the way again, to understanding history. I am. It is the heartbeat that prompts me to activate the will, the third attribute, for it is love that leads me to action, in search of finding the paths. And in every corner I will feel love for my parents, siblings, friends, couples, romances, animals, plants, the world, life, the universe, divinity, for oneself. The more you start to weave the web of love, the closer you are to feeling all the beats as one. And then you realize that they all vibrate in unison, and therefore all were always in you. And loving yourself, remembering yourself, you would be loving many more than you think you are capable of loving today. On your way, you will find some. In your heartbeat, you will find them all. Me. Love is the key not to get lost in oblivion. I am, but at the same time, love is born from oblivion, since it is in the mind's ability to project itself onto the other, to feel the polarities, to recognize itself in neutrality after experience and integration. Thus, being a wanderer is the most beautiful thing in creation, since it's what makes us a cartographer, an adventurer, the architect, a builder, the farmer, a cook. The connoisseur makes him wise, the apprentice a teacher, and the lover makes love. Forgetting is a gift, getting lost is grace, falling in love is a mystery, living is magic. Me. So the emotions are the artist's brushes and oils, the builder's compass and square, the student's pencil and book, the farmer's plow and shovel, the cartographer's compass and sextant. I am. The mind will teach you what the beginning, the knot, and the end of a story mean. It will teach you the archetypes of the hero and the crucial characters that go through all the stories. It will teach you the letters, vocabulary, and expressions with which you have to write it, the spelling and calligraphy, the semantics and syntax, the reading, interpretation, the types of texts, whether novel, poetry, theater. All this information will explain the modalities, the schemes, the map guidelines. But even if the scheme is the same, it is your ability to create the story. Love the characters, excitement in the adventures, what makes the story unique and unrepeatable. Me. The sense, then, is the projection of my heartbeat. No matter what the truth of the mind is, the rules of the game, because the reason why I have created this path is for the emotion of living it, something that the mind does not have. I am. Everything is a projection of emotion, because as much as the electrical pulses are the ones that prompt the beat of your heart, there would be no such pulses without the beat that pumps blood to the brain to power the nervous system. The pulses and beats of the mind and heart are a closed and inevitable circuit with each other. Me. They are reflections of each other, thought and emotion. I am. They are projections. And projection comes from the word project, from the Latin word proiectus, which means to launch forward. That is to move, to gain momentum, to go from negative to positive, from origin to destination, from mind to heart. Me. So it is not bad to feel lost. It is not bad to be based on emotions, to follow hunches, to resonate without understanding. I am. Nothing is wrong, because the only mistake is to believe that wrong is wrong. The only way to know the potentiality that your mind has projected in your heart is to wander. Wander. Be a vagabond in the emotional labyrinth, knowing your potentialities, erratically wandering to be the wanderer of your own history. Me. To err is human. I am. To err is divine. Me. I am the wanderer of the heart. I am the wanderer of consciousness. Me. I am the projection of the mind. I am the projection of the heart.